Well, it seems that some people have been wondering what happened to Radloff. Remember Radloff? He's the Songololo who ended up on the space station, and he's still there. Nobody really knows what's been going on, so maybe we need to check in with him again. Radloff has been looked after quite well. They were very, very lucky that on the space station they were growing their own vegetables. Because you see, Radloff, like every other Songololo, only eats vegetable matter. And so they kept putting, that is, the people on the space station kept putting leaves that had grown in their space vegetable station into Radloff's little box. There were different kinds of leaves. It started with cabbage, if I'm not mistaken. And then there were some lettuce that were growing, and he even got some beetroot leaves. They didn't manage to grow very big beetroots. I don't know if anybody can, but they also grew some radishes. They tried to grow some peas, but the peas were very difficult to grow. There were, of course, some carrots. They didn't get very big, but Radloff loved chomping at them. The little carrots, when they pulled them up to check how big they'd got, ended up in his little box. And so Radloff was well taken care of. In fact, every now and again, somebody would open his little box and allow him to climb out. And Radloff started experimenting. I don't know if you know, but on Earth, if you jump up, you come straight down again. In space, if you do that, you just keep going up and up and up. And if, like a Songololo, you're climbing into a tree and you let go, you will fall down and you'll fall right onto the ground. Now in space, if you're climbing up on something and you let go, you're not going to fall. You just stay there. And that's what he started playing with. He climbed up the side of a place where he was walking, and then he let go and he just stayed right there. And so he grabbed on again and he thought, what will happen if I let go with my front feet and hold on with my back feet? And so he did. And he bent himself all the way backwards because he was holding on with his back feet and his front feet were floating in the air. And then he also let go his back feet, and guess what? He started slowly going round and round and round until he bumped into something, and then he held on to it. And he'd gone right across the little room where he was. He held on to that next thing, and he climbed down it, and then he climbed up another little, I don't know what it was a little stand that was there. And when he got to the top of the stand, he thought, maybe if I push up, I can get higher. And he tried, but with all those feet, it was so difficult to push up until he figured it out. And what he did is he stood until only the last few feet were holding on, and then he pushed up with those last few feet. And slowly he went up, 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 up until he bumped the top of the space station where he was in that room. And he grabbed on there and he crawled all the way along and down the side again. And he kept doing this in different ways. He found that if he pushed in one direction, he just kept going that way, and he went right across the room in the middle of the air. He was having so much fun, he forgot that he was going to get thirsty and hungry. And after a while, he found that he wasn't sure where his little room, his little box was. And so he started looking for it. It took him an age to find it, but he went back in there and he was just exhausted. He lay himself down and he had a little snooze after he had nibbled some vegetables, some leaves, and had sipped, well, he didn't sip water, he got the moisture from those leaves. But then he realized as he was dozing off, he was feeling a little bit homesick. He hadn't been home for a long, long time. And that's the thought with which he went to sleep. Maybe next time we'll hear about whether he does get home or not. Until then, bye. See you later.